Hello guys and welcome back to another YouTube video. I swear to God I'm going to be posting every single week. The fact that I'm back again this week and it wasn't just like a once-off start of January thing, I'm very proud of myself. I feel like I had to come back to YouTube with a full-on in-depth makeup tutorial because that is what I started with, like proper educational makeup tutorials, and I feel like people kind of want that again. And also since 2016 is coming back, in-depth makeup tutorials are coming back too, so that's what we're doing today. I don't want to ramble too much, but I do just want to say thank you all so much for the love on my last YouTube video. I had so much fun filming that and I can't wait to create more content for you this year. So let's just get into this full glam makeup tutorial. There's currently nothing on the face. I did just slick back the hair. What the back of it looks like is none of my business, and I actually couldn't be bothered. To start with the skin, I'm using, this is actually brand new, it came in the door there like a few days ago. I used it on Instagram and TikTok. It's the Poco Beauty Universal Glow serum. This is so nice on the skin. You have to be really careful when it comes to skin prep, because if you put on too much, your makeup can actually start pilling. That's the word, where it like gathers up on the face. That is if you just have too much skincare on the face and your makeup can't like melt into the skin. So it is really important that you get the right skin prep, and honestly this is so nice. It does add that nice layer of glow, but like not too much. It properly like dries into the skin, doesn't leave the skin wet, and I absolutely love it. This is like completely dried into the skin, but it has that little bit of tack and you can see that glow is insane. I need a mirror. Is my mirror gone? As you can see, I'm actually in the makeup room in my parents' house, so I'm not in the apartment, which is nice. It's actually showing change of scenery. Now we're going to with some eye cream. This is again from Poco Beauty. I'm really loving the stuff from Poco Beauty. It's actually an Irish company, which is fab. I feel like the Irish makeup industry is absolutely insane. Like there's so many unreal brands. We've got Poco Beauty, sculpted by Amy, Kash Beauty. You know, I absolutely love Kash. I use every single product from Kash. Do you know when there's like a brand where like you'll use a few bits, like a few products from them, and then there's other products that, sorry, I should turn my phone on silent. But there's other products that like you wouldn't go for. When it comes to Kash, I will use every single product. Like at one stage, I'm pretty sure that my whole makeup tutorial was just Kash, and I'm so happy with that. But there is some brands where like you wouldn't be obsessed with every single product, but I swear to God with Kash, it's just every single product just slaps. I remember there being one thing that really bothered me about recording out in this room, and I couldn't remember what it was. It's that dog. I doubt he can hear me. I have no idea. It's just the second I come out here, someone's doing something. Either a neighbour is cutting the grass or that dog is going AWOL. I don't do this every single day, to be very honest. It's very rare that I pull this out. But I just got this specific one in the door from Fyne Cosmetics. I am so looking forward to trying their concealer. I'm actually going to go on and order it after this video. I've seen people use it's like Fyne, their concealer online, and oh my God, it looks insane. But this is from that brand, and while it's here, I said we'd do a little eye roll. Now time for some eye patches, and yes, I'm being fancy. I got these as PR as well, and I could not wait to try them, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep this for a nice sit down makeup tutorial on YouTube. So I'm going to pop these on because I'm starting with eyes today. We're properly bringing us back to 2016 now. You know what actually came up on my YouTube today, which is 10 years old. And I swear, because of this video, I started like doing proper glam makeup when I was 16. Kylie Jenner's 18th birthday makeup tutorial. That video is the best video on YouTube. I'm sorry, I used to watch that over and over. That exact makeup look I used to do every single time I went anywhere, like a teenage disco. I would literally follow that tutorial. I feel like I still take inspo from that video to this day. Like that's when I started cream contouring and everything. We're moving on to eyes now. I've just zoomed you in a bit, and we're going to start with some concealer on the lid. Again, this whole 2016 vibe is really making me happy. Like I'm seeing girls doing proper block brows. Now I'm not going to lie, a block brow, I'm still doing a block brow. Like look at my brows. These couldn't be more 2016 if I tried. But I haven't done proper like shadow on the eyes in ages, so that's why now when it comes to prepping the eyes, I'm like, this is so nostalgic. Any proper glam makeup look that I've gotten done recently has been like from somebody else. Like Kian usually does my glam for award shows and events and stuff. So when it comes to myself, I just feel like when I do my own makeup, first of all, I just do what works, but also I usually don't have time to sit down and actually play with makeup, which is like a good and a bad thing. Obviously it's good because that means that I'm really busy and like when it comes to these events, you don't have a lot of time, but you're usually like mingling, or maybe I'm like making short form content, so I never get to sit down and like properly enjoy doing makeup like I used to. When I do want a proper full glam look, I will just get Kian in and get some mad makeup done. I actually got makeup done off of Kian for the Image Awards, and oh my god, we did like a proper blocked out brow. I'll insert a photo here. I think that's my favourite glam of 2025. I definitely want to do like a blocked brow again for something else. I need the event for it. For the eyes, I'm doing a gorgeous, warm, little bit of a wing kind of eye, and I do want to do like a small bit of a cut crease. Do you know, we're actually going all out today. But I'm using the Vieve. This is the Essential palette. This is very, very warm. These are like my go-tos and honestly like essentials for a gorgeous, smoky, warm eye. Starting with the shade Buff. This is a gorgeous, warm toned brown. This is a new brush from P. Louise actually. I got sent their Christmas collection, so there was a few brushes in there. This is the E101. Any sort of fluffy brush is going to go right into the crease. So I just do tiny little circular motions, and I start on like the outer part of the crease and just try to get the colour down first, and then we can worry about blending after. If you've ever came to any of my makeup masterclasses, I feel like a parrot, because what I say is what I've learned throughout the years and it's just stuck with me. So like the same kind of techniques, like making sure the colour's down and then doing your little circular motions, or the smaller you go with the brush, the darker you go with your colour. I actually learned that exact saying off of Kaylee. So I feel like there's like all these little things you will pick up, but if you are someone that's been to a few of my masterclasses, you will have heard the exact same expression. I also love bringing the shadow right up into like the front of the brow. I feel like it does kind of start off the contour for the nose. It just makes everything look cohesive when you've got the face makeup on. Now remember what I said, if you go darker with the shadow, make sure you go smaller with the brush. So this brush is like a teeny bit smaller than what we use and just a bit more dense so that it's going to pack it on more. This brush is actually from GGB. I don't know if you can see that there. I'm now going with the shade Delicious, which is just a darker brown. And we're going to focus this on the outer corner again, but lower than the shade we just put down. And again, just stamp the colour on. And then we can blend after. We just want to make sure that we're getting the pigment exactly where we want that depth. If you're following this as a tutorial, you can use whatever colours you want. It doesn't have to be a brown smoky eye. It can be a pink, purple, red. It can be cool toned. It's just mainly the technique that will make sure that you get like that proper snatched look. Now if I wanted to go ahead and create like a proper deep smoky eye without a cut crease, I would actually put this shade all over the lid. And that would be the lid colour, and then I just start blending upwards with lighter shades. But I just want my darkness to be on the outer corner right now, so I'm just stamping. As you can see, it is getting darker. So I'm stamping basically on like the edge of the brush, and then I'm going to change the direction of the brush and make sure like the bristles are rubbing off of the lid, and that is how I blend the shade. Is what I'm saying making sense? Whenever I do a masterclass, I swear to God, I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense at all, but then like girls after are like, oh my god, I learned so much. I'm like, thank God. Now going in with an even smaller and more dense brush, we're going into the black. If you don't want to go black, then just find a deeper brown than the previous shade and just stamp that on the outer corner. Again, do not start swiping this across the lid or you're going to have to take everything off, and I'm not even joking. For me, I just want the darkness to be on the outer corner because I want that like cat eye effect. Take your previous brush and the previous colour and start blending the edges of that black. Okay, I'm now grabbing some concealer on the back of my hand and a flat concealer brush, and I'm just going to coat the brush with concealer. Set with the inner corner, I'm basically just going to map out the lid but kind of bring it up into the crease as well, and this is how you get like your pigment to pop. Just press it down. I don't want this to be as harsh as like the way I used to do a cut crease. I do want a lighter base for the glitter or pigment. Then to just blend that bit, you just go in with your previous brushes again and just do a light kind of back and forth movement over the edge. I'm going to go in with the shade Glimmer. This is like a gorgeous kind of goldy champagne colour. And I'm just pressing this all over the lid where we put down that concealer. Now I'm grabbing the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, and this is more of like a glitter rather than a shimmer like this is. And I'm going to take Space Cowboy, and this is going to go right on top of that pigment but also like up into the crease, and this is just like a bit of a sparkle. It's not a full colour. I've missed this so much. Okay, now we're going to do some black pencil liner in the waterline and also in like the tight line, especially if you wear fake lashes. It's very important. It's not really important, but it'll make such a difference if you go in underneath. Like if you see that like band, if you cut it in with black liner, I promise you your lashes will look thicker whether you wear falsies or not. If you just put mascara on, it's going to make the band of it look thicker. The difference that makes it just frames the eye. Now I have contact lenses in, so that is why my eye looks a bit watery and red. It does not hurt to do this. It'll just take some getting used to. Using the brush black liner from MAC, and I'm doing a teeny little inner corner wing. Just a little something to close off that liner. The best tip I can give you for like an inner corner little flick is to just follow your natural top and bottom lines, and then when they meet, just colour it in. Gonna do a half lash. I haven't done lashes in so long, so I'm gonna do it off camera because I don't know how long it's gonna take. But if it's something that you struggle with, then do let me know and I'll come back and do just an in-depth like eye tutorial and lashes. But for the lashes, I am going to use the Angel Lash half lashes from Aoife O'Connor. She's actually based in Limerick, and we love seeing our Limerick girls do well, and these lashes are absolutely gorgeous. I was actually one of the first people to try these, and I swear to God they're so easy to apply, so fingers crossed they do go on okay and I don't have a nightmare. But these are genuinely easy to apply, and because they're only a half lash, you're just going to go on the ends. So I'm going to coat the lashes in mascara, then put the lashes on, and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, eyes are done for now. It's time for skin, and I swear to God this is my favourite part of makeup. I got a new Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer, so I'm going to put this on, and also our skin prep has already... Why can't I speak? The skin prep has sunk into the skin, so we're ready to layer on top. Genuinely like a filter for the skin. Don't forget to bring everything down the neck. I know it looks like I'm hurting myself right now. Down the neck and onto the chest, especially if you are wearing like a top where your chest is out. Whatever you put in your face, bring it right down to where it's going to be covered, because you don't want a gorgeous glowy filter looking flawless skin on the face and then your skin on your chest is not the same. Everything's looking a bit messy here, so just give me a sec and I sort this out because I have anxiety. For foundation, I'm going in with the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter, and I have the shade 3. I love this product because it has more coverage than a skin tint. It has the glow of like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter that everyone loves, and then it has, again as I said, like a bit more coverage, but it's not like full coverage, because I do go in with a lot of cream products, so I like to layer up those for the extra coverage. But I just feel like when it comes to foundation, you don't want to be caking on your foundation looking for coverage out of it, because that's when it's going to start looking really, really cakey. It's going to start sitting on the skin. Your foundation is just a light layer to even everything out, and then if you need extra coverage, that's the job of the concealer. I'm using this Poco Beauty blush. It is the 02 brush. Did I say brush or blush? I feel like those words I just get mixed up with. But I'm just picking up the product on the back of my hand, and then I'm basically like buffing this into the skin, starting with like the center of the face because that's where I need the most coverage, and then whatever's left I'll bring down the neck, as I said, onto the chest, and then because my hair is up, onto the ears. Please don't forget your ears, and behind your ear if your hair is up. Can you hear that rain? It's actually miserable. It's hitting the windows and hitting the roof. Always on the hunt for like a new foundation or a new concealer, bronzer, blush, highlighter. Highlighter is so back, so make sure you grab them out of the drawers. And also like brow pencils. Like I feel like those kind of things run out really quickly, but I'm never on the hunt for like an eyeshadow palette or anything. But lip combos, oh my god, they are like my favourite to shop for. But if you have any products at all that you think I love, please put them in the comments, because as I said, like those type of products, like if you have your favorite foundation, concealer, bronzer, lip combo, please let me know. I am here to try anything. I'm now going in with the Huda Beauty. This is like a color corrector. This is in the shade Cherry Light, and I'm going to put this right underneath the eyes because I have the darkest circles ever. I don't get any sleep, but here we are. I'm also going to put this just on the edges of my nose because I also feel like recently it's very dark and dull around that area. And this is an hourglass brush. It's like an angle brush. It's so nice. I actually used this on TikTok and everyone went mad. There's no like name, it just says hourglass, so I'm sure it's going to be on the website. And I'm just pushing that concealer underneath the eye, and this is just going to initially brighten underneath the eye, and then I'm going to go in with bronzer and blush, and then from there I'll be able to see where I need the extra coverage. I don't want to start layering up all the concealer now trying to get coverage out of it because of the amount of layers I'm going to go in with the rest of my cream products, so just bear with me. This is a trust the process kind of moment, but it makes the makeup last longer if you go in with small layers of each product rather than trying to like build up thick layers because it's just going to melt off the face. So I know it's like the extra steps and a bit of a backwards routine. To be fair though, when I put it up on TikTok only recently that I started doing concealer after bronzer and blush, a lot of girls were saying that that's what they do all the time, and like I just never did it. I would always go in with loads concealer first and then go in bronzer and blush, and I'd always find myself going back in with concealer to brighten up. So I was like, do you know what, I'm not going to waste product this time. I'm just going to go in after my blush and bronzer, and it just looks so much cleaner. So this will do for now, just for underneath the eyes. Like that's enough coverage for me underneath the eyes right now, and I'll go back in to brighten up after. If you are someone that needs more coverage, do go in with a fuller coverage foundation, and then you can go in and spot conceal with like a little pot concealer rather than a liquid one, and then start this routine. Going in with the Kash Skin Glaze, and this is in the shade Honey Bronze, and I'm just putting this on all the high points of the face just to add some colour, so anywhere that the sun would naturally hit the face, which would be the forehead, the tip of the nose, tip of the chin, and then like the higher points of the cheeks. I also like to put some right here, and this is just going to help blend that eyeshadow into the face. This is the best applicator to get like the perfect little nose placement. Now this is all I do to like carve out the face. I don't contour. I don't contour because I feel like it just goes muddy on me. Now if you are a professional at contouring, then go ahead and do it by all means. Like if you're good at it, do it. But I just like to do it with bronzer because I feel like it's a lot more subtle. But the difference between contouring and bronzing is with contouring, you're creating shadows with like a cool toned product. But with bronzing and bronzer, you're hitting the face where the sun would actually hit. So you're actually like adding a bit of like a fake tan to your face. And that goes on like the higher points rather than the shadows and underneath the cheekbones. It would go like on top of the cheekbones. I am pressing the product into the skin. I'm not swiping because I don't want to move the product we have on underneath. And this is a dual-ended brush from IT Cosmetics that I have for so long, and I use it for everything. Like all my creams, I'll use this brush. This is the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection. It's like an all over and then a concealer brush on the end, and every time I use this I get questions on it, but I swear to God it is the best brush ever. I just noticed how annoying these bracelets are. If you don't like contouring the nose, where to be honest, like I kind of blend that out a lot, so I'm not really contouring it, I'm just letting people know that it's there, because I used to not put anything on my nose, like even like blush or anything, and I swear to God when I take photos, like the bridge of my nose would just disappear and it would make my face look really like wide. So even if you don't like contouring, I would just put a small bit of bronzer or blush just down the centre, even just to accentuate it. The same with the chin. Like I'll always have bronzer kind of up on the chin, because when I take like a head-on photo, if I don't have anything here to like define my chin, it will genuinely blend in with my neck, and we don't want that. We want to look carved and snatched. So just bear that in mind the next time you are doing makeup, to just add a bit of colour to the chin and the nose. Now time for blush. We're going in with the Rhode blush in the shade Freckle. I love this shade, especially for this time of the year. I'm going to apply this straight to the cheeks, and a lot of it, because blush is actually the first thing to come off the face. So when you feel like you have too much, just add that small bit more and you will keep the colour throughout the day. Now it's time for concealer. So I'm going in with the Poco Beauty concealer in the shade Geneva. This is a really nice concealer, but it's also really light, so just bear with me here. So I am just using this now to brighten the center of my face, because now that I've put on my bronzer, my blush, as you can see, it's kind of taken over my face. And if I was to put this on before, it's just a waste of product, because now I'm going back in again to like accentuate it. So I'm going in the corner of the under eye and also just underneath that wing. I like to go on the tip of the nose just to create more of that like button shape, and down the bridge. I like to highlight the center of the face. The texture of my forehead is gone so bad. So if you have any recommendations for me there, please leave them down below. I also like to brighten the top of the lip, the chin. And I will always, and I do, if you watched my tutorials before, you would have seen this, but on the side of the mouth, I like to just drag this up. I feel like it just kind of lifts the mouth area and like carves out that kind of cheekbone area as well. So that is everywhere that concealer is going for me. And then with that concealer brush, we are just pressing the product into the skin. Just get rid of any harsh lines, go back over with that brush that you use for bronzer and blush. And we've got a gorgeous sculpted face. The fact that you've sat through this tutorial, and to the people that haven't, I'm so sorry, listen to these things, they're coming off. Okay, now it's time to set just the concealer areas, and I'll use bronzer and blush to set down those areas. So starting with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This will never ever come out of my makeup bag. Like, it is the best powder ever. And I used to just go straight in with a powder puff and my loose powder, but because I do have a bit more glam on and a bit more layers, I just want to make sure that there's no really wet patches, because if I go in with a powder puff and a loose powder, it's just going to stick to it. So I'm just going to like create a bit of a flawless kind of base with this powder first, just a little dusting. Now this is definitely a powder I used in 2016, and also Rimmel used to have, it was a primer and it used to be white with a red lid, and then there was one that was with a blue lid as well, and myself and my friend used to swear by that primer. If I find a photo, I'll put it here, but that was like our go-to primer, and I promise you, we used to come home and like sleep in our makeup and that would not budge. I think Sophia and Chincy, I might have used it in a video, and we were like, we need that primer, and we loved it. So a lot of Rimmel products have come on a big journey with all of us, I think. Now I'm using this Laura Mercier powder. Now I have the regular Laura Mercier here, but this is really matte, and there's something about this, it like, I think it has like a bit of a glitter to it. It's the translucent ultra blur powder, and I need to get it in a bigger form because I love it. I'm just picking up the powder. I'm going to press this into my hand. To be honest, I'm just focusing on the center of the face because that is where I get oily straight away. Like the second I start showing a bit of shine there, I look like I'm so sweaty. So I do like all around where I just put concealer basically and just pressing it in, and this is going to give you that flawless look because it is technically like pushing the product into your pores, so it is making them disappear too, which we want. It's time to bronze up the face because we're looking a bit ghostly again. This is the MAC Dark Deepest Mineralise Powder. Nearly dropped the brush. This brush is a bit dense. I want to like lay down the product because I want a lot of bronzer. And this is again from P. Louise, and this is the F87. Basically, we're setting down where we put the cream bronzer. So wherever you applied that, just set it. This brush is so soft, by the way. Do you know something really funny? Is that the second this glam is done, I have to go collect my car from getting serviced. They should have seen me this morning in my juicy tracksuit, no makeup on, hair up in a bun. So I was just, well actually it was in a plait, just out of the gym. And now I'm going to go back looking like, I was going to say Kylie, but it's a bit of a push. Whatever's left on the brush then I will bring like around my mouth, chin and jaw, because I don't want that to be like bright white and looks like I have a big square face, do you know what I mean? And also it's around now that I will tidy up the eye area. So what I do is I take that same like big ass fluffy brush into the bronzer and I will just like start dragging the shadow out to the temple and just blend it into the bronzer. I'm also taking the bronzer underneath the eyes. I don't want to smoke out underneath the eyes with shadow. I just want to like clean up and then keep that like slick black line underneath. Now it's time for blush, and this is from Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Strawberry. And again, another P. Louise brush. I'm just loving the look of a new brush, to be honest, because as you can see, mine are all stained. Now I know this is a lot pinker than the cream one we put down, but I feel like the cream blush that we put down, it almost like helped to warm up the skin and blend the bronzer up into like the concealer and then into the under eye. And then now I'm just adding that like hint of pink that I wanted with the powder, but it's not so intense because we didn't layer it with cream as well. Now usually I would just set down the face and do brows and lips, but we're bringing back our highlighter. These are coming back. I am going to be glowing from the gods. This is actually Dior Forever in Coral Lumiere. It's a limited edition. Now I like this because, I don't know if you can see there, but it has like kind of pink reflect to it. So I'm going to put this right on top of the blush, just on like the proper like tops of the cheeks. But as you can see, it's kind of pink but has like a gold reflex, so it just catches the light. Also just bring it across the lid. I always put this everywhere, to be honest. Now this highlighter is my ultimate favourite. This is the Estée Lauder Bronze Goddess and it's in the shade Heat Wave. It's a gorgeous gold. I don't know if the camera will even pick that up, but it generally just makes your skin look wet. And I take a tiny pencil brush and I just do the tip of the nose. This in photos will just snatch the face. I actually have been doing this for a good while now, but I've kind of avoided putting it anywhere else. But now I'm just like, bury me in this. Look at that. Just go around the inner corner flick that we did put down. But it's so nice. And now it's time to set the face. This is the Fenty Beauty You Mist. This is like hairspray for the face but doesn't feel very sticky. I like that it mattifies the skin because I don't want my skin to be like wet, because if I was to touch off somebody or rub, I don't want my makeup coming off and I don't want to see it on their clothes. Also chest and neck. Okay, I just quickly went ahead and filled in the brows because that is way too boring for you to be sitting there watching. And now it's time for, I know I said my skin was the favourite part of my makeup, but like my lips I think is like right up there, and then skin, and then eyes, then brows. Now this lip combo I uploaded on TikTok and Instagram only, I think it was the new year, and it went viral. I swear to God, this lip combo is elite. So this is the MAC Root for Me liner. It's this gorgeous like dark brown burgundy liner. It depends how heavy you go with it, like the colour will intensify. And then we've got the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer 010. I think this is in the shade Holo Pink, Holo Pink. It said that on the box, but it doesn't say it on here. It's this gorgeous, again, like iridescent pink gloss, and this combo, just watch. Quick tip when it comes to lining the lips: if you are starting at the Cupid's bow and going down towards the outer corner, make sure that you start at the Cupid's bow and go down towards the other side as well. If you are coming from here and right over, this direction, like this movement, is giving you a straighter lip line. This movement is giving you a rounder lip. So if you are to go like this, you're rounding out this side and then you're straightening this side, so you're not getting like a symmetrical lip. And that used to always piss me off. I'd be like, how are my lips so wonky? That is why, because I was doing this rather than mimicking the same direction on each side. And then take the bum of your lip liner and just smudge the edges. So I like to keep the centre of the lip bare. So that's my own lip colour, and that almost looks like a lipstick. Like, it is quite pink, so it's fine. I just put my lip gloss on top. But if you are looking for a bit more colour, you can put a bit of like a lighter pink or whatever colour you want in the centre. But now just going in with some gloss. Look at this lip. Oh, I was so excited to film this look today for you. I cannot wait to do a lot more makeup in 2026 as well and share a lot more makeup tips and what I've learned. I started as a makeup artist, so I feel like it's only right that I come on and share the tips that I've learned with you guys. But do let me know what type of videos you want to see in the comments and I'll be sure to do that, and I love you all so much.